talk about stealthing, or I need to talk about stealthing. So you may have heard or read something about stealthing in the past couple of weeks, but if you haven't, basically what it is when folks are having sex and then someone, deliberately, secretly removes their condom without their partner's knowledge or consent. This is my second time filming this vlog. I made an attempt at it last week and I decided not to really use that version because whenever I tried to talk about it, basically what came out was this. Look at me, I'm so sneaky and clever and blah, blah, blah. I left my semen in somebody else's body. Like, f off. I know that ranting and raving is not professional, it's not particularly helpful or educational, but it is where I'm at with this issue emotionally right now. It makes me really, really angry, and I get really frustrated, particularly when I'm, reading articles and seeing news stories, and then I come across comments like this one. I completely agree with this. To me, you can't have one and not the other. If she wants the guy's cock, then she also has to take the guy's load. I don't fully understand why someone feels that it is imperative that their cum or semen or ejaculate or whatever go directly into their partner's body, but I don't need to understand that. If that is something that someone needs to experience to have sex be pleasurable and enjoyable for them, that's legit, and that is not what I have a problem with. This is not about the pleasure or enjoyment that people derive from being able to ejaculate directly into their partner, because if it was about that, then they would be saying that to their partners. They would be like, hey, you know what? It really feels good for me when I can come directly in your body. Are you okay with that? And then they would allow their partner to say, yeah, I'm okay with that. Or their partner would say, you know what, no, I'm not okay with that. And they would, move on and not have sex. This is about people deriving pleasure from being sneaky and stealthy and shady AF. And that is just, what the f? Like, seriously, what the f***ing f? Okay, so because I'm an educator, I feel the need to break down for you why this is wrong. Although, as I just said, I suspect that most people who are doing this know exactly what they're doing and fully understand that they are violating their partner's consent. And I suspect that most people who are doing it because the idea of violating consent appeals to them, which is, gross. Number one, how consent works. Just because a person consents to something, it doesn't mean that they are consenting to everything. If I order a pepperoni pizza and then a Hawaiian pizza shows up at my door because the pizza place decided that, hey, if I'm into pepperoni, then I should be willing to choke down some ham and pineapple, that's not okay, that's messed up. And if they charge my credit card for the Hawaiian pizza that I didn't order, that's called theft. It is a crime. Similarly, if I consent to having sex with someone under condition that they will wear a condom, and then during sex they take off that condom and don't check in with me, then I have not consented to that, and when there's no consent, it's sexual assault. Second problem, you're putting people at risk. If you are having unprotected sex with someone, you are putting them at risk of sexually transmitted infections. If you are having penis and vagina sex with someone who has a uterus and is of childbearing age, you are also putting them at risk for unintended pregnancy. Furthermore, you're risking your partner's mental health. People who are sexually violated have a higher risk of mental illnesses like anxiety, like depression, like PTSD, and understandably so, because it really messes with a person's fundamental sense of safety when they put themselves in a vulnerable situation like having sex with someone, and then that person basically lies to them. Even if your partner doesn't suffer any physical or mental or emotional harm from stealthing, it's still wrong. You don't have the right to make decisions about your sexual partner's body. And your cum may be super precious to you, which is fine, as I said, but again, if you want to put it in someone else's body, then you have to ask them first. If you don't, then you're a rapist. Your penis, your semen, your unbelievably strong desire to have sex in a certain way, none of those things give you the right to make choices about another person's body. And if they do consent to having sex with you, none of that entitles you to bait and switch in the middle of having sex. I mean, seriously, who the fuck do you think you are? Anyway, this wasn't a cheerful vlog, and I'm still really angry about this issue. Nonetheless, I still hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye. Now I'm reading these different think pieces and news pieces and talking about, you know, is this rape? Is it not rape? Under what circumstances does it constitute rape? And like, you know what? Just cut the bullshit, all right? You know, I understand that there are legal definitions of rape or sexual assault, but can we talk about the morality behind this? Like, really? Really?